My name is Dave Johnson. I am a zookeeper in Denver, Colorado, but I'm also the founder and executive director of the Katie Adamson Conservation Fund. Katie was a zoo explorer that I worked with for years. So that's people that really want to explore their career paths in the animal world. Zookeeping, wildlife biology, vet technology, veterinary medicine. So it's 14 to 21, gives you 7 great years of experience in the animal community. She was a Western heir. She fell off her horse and they found that she had a Ewing sarcoma. They found a tumor. She fought that off, joined CSU, was getting her wildlife biology degree, and it kept coming back. And so we lost Katie when she was 23 years old. When she passed, I wanted her legacy to live on. Me and my partner Ray, we went to the Adamsons, to John and Colleen. We wanted to do something special in Katie's honor.
Tears, the fact that he wanted to associate his dream with Kate's memory, I found that very, very humbling. I think they were on the same level, that both had this eagerness to go in the same direction. Dave is definitely an elephant man, and Kate had no fear of them. And to her, it was an animal that needed saving.
He was what she wanted to be. She wanted to have that, to grow into that passion, to be able to help the animal kingdom. She wanted to become Dave in that passion. She wanted to be a zookeeper.
So 2014, we created this conservation fund in her name. It's probably been the most impactful thing that's ever happened to me. It has been life-changing. We're in Nepal. This is the country and the people and the species that we started the fund about. For Asian elephants, for greater one-horn rhinos. Everything started right here. We started Team Nepalorado, a fusion of the cultures in the name of conservation. These people, they're from every walk of life. They are regular people that some way have come in contact with our group, and they have become soldiers, and they want to go out and they want to help. They don't want to just go on safari. That's really special for me, to have people that care that much.
I love animals. I love getting to see everything here. But I am much more interested in the interpersonal kind of human aspect of conservation, because that's how we get conservation work done, is through the human connection
Rhino.
And the human approach.
Gave him some Katie Adamson Conservation Fund bracelets.
It's not quite a vacation, but I think the only way to experience this really is to put yourself out there, you know, in places that are a little less comfortable than what we're used to.
This is just something I've dreamed of, getting to come with Dave, see these animals out in the wild and see what he is doing out here to change the world, to try and save these animals.
This is our 11th visit to Nepal.
And to work with the people here and see what he's doing with them.
The person-to-person contact is just wonderful, the things that we can do for the people and country.
We got a greater one-horn rhino, Rhinoceros unicornus. This is a unicorn of Nepal. They're an endangered species. They had only about 2,700 greater one-horn rhinos left when we started here over a decade ago. Now there's 3,500.
Oh, I think it's fantastic to get so close without having a fence or a barrier between us.
Poaching, habitat destruction, growing up in an environment surrounded by people. Rhino horn, worth more than gold, worth more than cocaine. In the black market, or for health reasons. People think it cures everything from cancer to gout to hangovers. But actually it's just matted hair, it's keratin. The tigers are being poached for their hide. They're being killed because of human-wildlife conflict. Elephants for their ivory. They're being killed because they break into people's houses and they hurt people. The future of this area depends on these animals being still here. The Nepalese people are amazing. They have created so many new national parks. You know, they have over a quarter of their land locked in to preserves and parks and wildlands to save their wildlife. They're Hindu and Buddhist, and they understand that part of their soul, part of that connectivity needs to go on. And so they want to pass that heritage on to their kids, which is pretty special. And so they're constantly struggling to make sure that the animals and the environment and the forest all have a place.
I love wildlife. If there was no nature, there couldn't be any wildlife. If there is no wildlife, there cannot be the life of the human being as well.
I just think of Katie and how much she would have enjoyed being here and seeing an animal in the wild. That's what she loved, and hopefully we will bring this to other people so they can see her passion.
This baby rhino was abandoned by its mom in a swamp. It was only about a week old. So now this little girl has to be raised up like a little orphan rhino. Ideally, she will grow up here and get healthy and be returned to the wild. She'll have a little brother to kind of grow up with.
His mother was dead in the wild. We found that it is unable to survive in the wild. So we rescued it and bring back here to do a rehabilitation.
Seeing that they went out and they gave these rhinos a second chance at life is the most amazing thing.
You see the vet hospital coming out of the ground. We've donated $60,000 to build this.
We'll be able to equip them and able to run a full-fledged hospital. Some of the drugs are not available in our country. Collecting all of these drugs from US, that is helping us to do the treatment of the elephant, calves, especially the elephant endothelial herpes virus. That is one of the important disease of the captive elephant. With the drugs he sent, we are able to save 3 calves. That is a very big deal.
These are the samples.
This is going to allow the vets and the vet techs and the wildlife biologists to have a central area to bring animals for healing, and it's also a source of pride for their community. It's about developing partnerships, see what people need, see what the wildlife needs, how we can be the liaison between these two, and I think that's what our niche has been with the KACF. Selling rhino honey conservation with a sweet cause. This is what we purchased for them since the last time. The Chepang community, they got moved out of the national park. They were really used to being like hunter-gatherers. They're one of the more poverty-stricken sects of the Nepalese. Look at that. What we were asked to do is to partner with them because some of their community had been rhino poachers. Their own filter, Rajdev. That's just pretty awesome. We took their rhino poaching and turned it into rhino conservation.
It was very good. They are very willing to work with the animals and change their lives to save the animals. You see that.
Beehives. Let's help with this elephant conflict issue. Let's have beehives. You guys have honey, you have wax, and now you have little watchdogs to protect grandma and chase elephants away from her doorstep. So I'd love to have a soccer tournament here and do an art competition and soccer every year with our Chepang family. The art for animals is something for the kids. Maybe we're gonna create a new conservationist. Maybe we're gonna create a new person that's like, wow, I'm good at this.
Congratulations.
It gives them direction. They feel part of a bigger connection. They don't feel so isolated and separated here. Wanting to get these kids to appreciate their wildlife, Give us a chance. We won't go kill rhinos. We'll do your honey, we'll do this fence, we'll do anything that you want to do. Give us a chance to connect and give us a chance to be better. Beautiful work. They've got all this wildlife right in their backyard, and it's so special to see them light up and want to have that connectivity. I work with elephants and rhinos and hippos every day. Getting the next generation engaged is what I want to do. So you have some amazing wildlife in this country where you guys call home. When I write these kids' books and I go to these schools and I talk to these individuals, I want to instill this empowerment. So we like to do as much with the people as we do with the animals. I want these kids to know that they have a voice. This little one in the front, her name is Narayani. If you give them that passion and that connection, they are going to make the right decisions and ensure that we have a better world for all the animals that we share this planet with.
Everything the fund does, I can see it through Kate's eyes.
She'd get a kick out of it. She really would. If she had survived, this is what she would be doing with Dave, I'm sure.
And you can't just let a spirit like that just pass away. Everything has spread out in this ripple effect. Now we do stuff in Tanzania, Costa Rica, Alaska for polar bears.
This is money that is coming in and going right out. It's not sitting in a bucket somewhere. It's donated, designated, and sent out there, and it's gone.
I brought reading glasses for the villagers.
This is something that is embraceable. It's something that's reachable, and it's blue collar, and it's on the ground kind of stuff that people can really believe in. It's just infused with energy and love. It's like a revival. It's also stuff that really impacts a community at large.
I guess I didn't understand until we got here why it mattered.
Thank you.
Meeting all the local people, seeing the orphanages, working with just the local village kids, that has warmed my heart the most, and making those connections, I think, guarantees that the conservation work will be continued for generations to come.
Thank you so much for KACF and Conservation Fund. We are happy and we love to let us. Thank you so much.
As a zookeeper, you want to do more with your career. Our animals are going through a tough time on this planet, and I think zookeepers have a voice.
That has been the most inspiring part for me, is seeing the native people of Nepal that I didn't really know were here doing all this incredible work, and we are here to support them. And I know there's people all over the world that are doing the same thing.
We do wish it to grow and grow and grow, because the more money we bring in, the more people we can help, the more animals we can help.
Katie never made it here. She wanted desperately to come, but she never got well enough. The cancer just ravaged her, and that next year after she passed, we brought her pictures, and we took pictures of Katie all around Nepal.
Proud and
grateful.
Grateful.
I think
we see Katie everywhere.
It's a fun movement, you know? I can only wish for more time to energize and excite and bring some happiness to the world.
Tiger tracks, our first ones.
I hope that people join me for a little bit of this and be part of the journey.